If you put your name in there next time, then you can get called much faster, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Usually my name shows up because, I have it on my phone, but I guess this time it just didn't. And I didn't think to check.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right here.
We are on the record well, I need to see you, sir.
Right here.
Can you make it any brighter? Or is that the best lighting you have?
I do not know how to run this phone, ma'am.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do then. We're on the record in 2023 TR 2959, State of Kansas versus Michael L. Bass. Jared Regier for the state. Mr. Bass appears in person and pro se. Mr. Bass, you're here on one count of speeding 95 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. This has no jail time as it's a traffic infraction. The fine is $195, though, if you were to be found guilty. And the court costs are $108 for a total of $303. Do you want a trial on that, sir?
No, ma'am. I've been trying to pay that for a week on your telephone number that I've got, and I cannot get no answer on that phone.
Okay, so you try that paykscourts.com.
I am trying to pay it right now.
Your Honor, I'm his girlfriend. He has a head injury, so I've been trying to call 322-4370, and I have not been able to get any answer at that number because I lost the ticket, and so I don't actually have the information on the ticket. I can't find it, but I would like to just pay it.
Okay, now we just had a motion because a mother came in and paid for a son, so I don't want a girlfriend coming in and paying for a boyfriend. This is his case.
I'm going to pay it today.
You are.
It's his money. I'm just going to pay it.
No, you're not going to pay it unless he tells me he's guilty. Mr. Bass, are you telling me that you were guilty of speeding 95 in a 65 in Butler County on September 1st, 2023?
Yes, ma'am, because the city of Burns was taking all my stuff out of my yard illegally. Because Marion County's corrupted.
All right, well, we're not Marion County. This is Butler County. Do you understand that?
I know this. Yes, I know this. I'm just going to pay the fine. Yes, I'm guilty of driving 95 and 65.
And where were you when you got stopped for speeding 95 and a 65?
Just right on the other side of Burns, Kansas, south of Burns, Kansas.
Mr. Regier, do you show that that's inside Butler County?
One moment, Your Honor.
Certainly.
And that was a highway patrolman that stopped me.
Okay.
Your Honor, the ticket indicates that the stop occurred on US 77 at mile marker 83. I'm showing that it is within Butler County, fairly close to the northern border.
Yes.
All right. And your ticket also says you were driving a 2001 Dodge Ram. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the posted speed limit was 65. Do you agree with that?
Yep.
Okay. So you've pled guilty. You understand if I accept this plea that you won't have a trial and you won't be able to appeal your conviction?
Yes.
Okay. And that's what you want to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone making you do this by any kind of threats or promises?
Nope.
Now, your girlfriend said you had a head injury. What's that about? Does that keep you from knowing what you're doing?
No, ma'am.
So even though you've had a head injury in the past, you feel like you're understanding what's going on today?
Yes, I understand completely what's going on today. I am paying a speeding ticket that I was guilty of driving 95 in a 65 mile an hour zone.
All right. Well, you mentioned something about Marion County being corrupt, but that has nothing to do with this ticket. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will find you guilty. Your fine is $195. Your court costs are $108. for a total of $303. Now, you live in Burns.
County.
Do you want to have someone bring you down or drive down and pay that? Or do you want to mail it to the clerk, or do you want to pay it online on the computer?
What do you want to do?
I would like to pay it online. If you can give me the information of his ticket and stuff and what I need to do.
All right, so Mr. Bass, you want to pay it online?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the website is P-A-Y-K-S for Kansas, courts, COURTS.com. So courts.com.
Okay.
And he'll need his case number, which is capital B, capital U, dash 2023 dash TR dash 2959.
Okay.
And is he going to pay that today?
Yes.
As soon as I'm done with you, yes.
All right, then I'm going to make it the order that it be paid today, anytime today. If he doesn't get it paid, though, his license will get suspended. So make sure it's taken care of, please.
Yes, ma'am.
We've been trying to do it for a week.
All right, and for the record, the girlfriend's name, please. What is it?
Angela Delks.
Angela Dilts. How do you spell that?
D
Dilts.
is in dog, ILKS.
DILKS?
Yes,
Dilts.
ma'am.
Okay, so Ashley, if you could put that down, please.
Okay,
All right,
and when
Mr.
they do put in their case number on the website, they have to have the zeros in there as well. So
Oh,
it's
I left out the
00
zeros.
002959.
Okay, thank you. Did you catch that, Ms. Dilts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Mr. Regier, anything else?
Your Honor, while the state does recognize that this is a case only involving an infraction, the state would respectfully request the court address the issue of waiver of counsel and that the same be journalized in the hearing from today, in the journal entry from today.
Mr. Bass, did you want to have an attorney represent you today? I can't
No.
appoint one, but you can hire one.
No.
if you want. Nope.
No, ma'am.
Is anyone making you give up your right to an attorney and represent yourself?
No, ma'am.
All right, very well, then that will be noted, Mr. Regier. Anything further?
Note from the state, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bass, you may go. Thank you for your time. This case is adjourned.
Thank
for
you.
your time, Ms. Dilks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's take up Heather Atchison.
This is GDEMR Building versus Nicole McKissick and Preston Woods. All right, so there was a judgment entered in this matter. That judgment was entered on August the 3rd of 2023. Whereby Ms. McKissick had until the 18th of September to vacate the premises. The motion to set aside the default judgment is what we're doing today. Now, I've seen that you filed your motion, an affidavit, but I don't see an affidavit. So there has to be two things to set aside a default judgment. One, good cause, and two, an affidavit of meritorious defense. You are being sued for non-payment of rent. So, did you owe rent in this? Did you owe back rent in this matter, Ms. McKissick?
As of July 28th, we were paid up to date. And then my son's girlfriend at the time, she busted some windows. That actually happened before July 28th. She
Okay,
busted the two. I'm sorry, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. So, all right. So why is it that you didn't show up?
I didn't know about the hearing. I never got any paperwork. My son, which stays at the apartment, he never gave me the paperwork, and I was asking him every day, son, did anything come in the mail yet? Did anything come in the mail yet? And he kept telling me, no. And I'm like,
Well,
this is wrong. This is wrong.
That's Preston Woods, right?
Correct. Yes.
Well, they were personally served. They knocked on the door and handed it to him.
And that's why I asked him. I kept asking him. He kept telling me no.
Well, your son lied to you, and I can't. That's not
right.
That's not the plaintiff.
Right.
That's not the plaintiff's fault, and that's not the court's fault. I mean, that's. It literally says here he signed for it. I mean, he lives there. He's one of the tenants there, and then nobody showed up. I mean, so. Yeah, I find that there's no good cause, and the judgment stands.
Okay, your
motion is denied.
Okay, there's nothing else I can do.
Ma'am, I can't give you any legal advice. No, they can seek a writ of eviction.
Okay, well, there's two different amounts here. That's why I don't understand. One says,
whatever's the one on the judgment. The one on the judgment is the amount that is the
$6,000. $6,000.
So, so defendant's motion is
because I've got complainant non-payment of rent, and it says $1,000 for 2 broken windows, which he never let me fix because I tried. He took them away.
Ma'am, I've already made my ruling. There was.
I just don't understand what the amount is.
So you already have the judgment's already in place. So you either what I'm saying, you either have to vacate the premises.
Oh yeah, I was going to vacate it anyway. I already started doing that. I just didn't understand the amount.
I can't give any legal advice, ma'am.
But there's two different amounts. I don't know which.
The amount that you're going to be following is the amount that's on the actual judgment.
Okay, because I got a complaint of, because there's like $4,000 difference, and so I'm just trying to find out the demand of possession, the non-payment, or I don't know which one the judgment is.
Well, let me check and make sure there's not a Scrivener's there. Okay, so when you filed this complaint, you stated that there was a total rent that was due was $775. Correct? So, Ms. Balbisi?
The total rent, what is the total? Yes.
Okay, so when you filed this in August, it was, it says total amount of rent due now is $775. Rent was paid through June 1st. Total rent now due is $775. Any other money due? He says $1,000 for 2 broken windows and damages. All right. So
no, the damages were $57.57.
And I don't understand how that can be. It's 2 broken windows in the door framing, which I was fixing myself.
Give her a chance to fix it.
We gave it our chance to fix it. Nothing's been fixed.
The landlord took the windows the very next morning when I tried to fix it.
Stop! I literally have no way of holding anyone in contempt of court. This is why I don't like Zoom. Okay, because I can't just say, okay, officer, take them into custody, because they don't seem to stop. And so, all right, so now
we lost a few votes already.
So the amount of damages, the amount of rent to retain when we took the default judgment, you stated was $5,753 plus court costs of $194. That's not correct.
That was the back rent and the damages.
Listen. Well, but that's not how, when I asked what was the total amount of rent to retain, what was the total amount of rent due?
It was
you told me the 5,700. Listen, I need everybody to shut up. Stop talking. Unless I say something specifically asking a question, Stop trying to talk over top of me because this isn't going to work. My recorder's trying to record everything, and I can't have 3 people talking at the same time. I asked you what the amount of rent to retain was. What was the rearage in rent?
$2,200.
You told me 5,000, and you told me, I didn't ask a question, hang on. You told me the $5,753. Because there's rent, then there's any other damages, then there's costs, and then the total. Okay? So I didn't see anything here with regard to you just told me the rent was the $57.53. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and set aside the default judgment. I'm going to set this for in person. I need receipts for all the damages that you claim that are damages, and I want it broken down to what was owed in rent, because she says she paid to July. So that wouldn't have been the July rent. There only would have been like August and September, which if it's $775, that's only $1,500, $1,550 maybe off the top of my head doing it quick. So I'm curious as to where the rest of these damages come from, and I'm going to need to see receipts for that.
I've submitted all that to the court.
Who did?
I did. I submitted all that to the court in detail with the invoice.
With an invoice. Okay. So where's it at there? Let's see here. Oh, I don't see that. That's not in this file. So I'm going to have everybody, I'm going to set this for an in-person hearing.
I submitted everything the last court date, Your Honor.
All the details.
All the invoices, everything. And I've uploaded 2 documents on the site.
All right. Well, if you scanned it all in and sent it, then you still have all of that stuff. So, all right. So I'm going to set this for. Hang on 1 second. Let's see.
That to me.
Okay. I'm going to set this for $1:15 on this Friday, because this has been going back and forth here, and I want everybody here on Friday, and I'm gonna resolve this matter.
Thank you.
What you should do with an open door?
All right, so it's gonna be in person. So everybody's got receipts. Anything that anyone's claiming for damages, bring your paperwork with you. I'll have everybody sworn in. I'll take a look at everything, and I'll figure out what the bottom line is at that point with rent, costs, and any damages. Because Miss McKissick already said there was damages. She was going to try to fix them. Listen, if the landlord needs to fix damages, the landlord needs to fix damages. It's their property. So, but I need concrete. I need to see what's going on with the actual damages. So, so bring your stuff with you at that time at 1:15 this Friday here at the courthouse.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see everybody then.